Boom. Having breast reduction, are the stitches dissolvable? Can I expect a lot of bruising? And sizing, what's the minimum size? Don't want to be too small. So breast reduction, this is, yeah, stitches are dissolvable. Yes, they're dissolvable, so you probably won't see any of the stitches. In certain my situations, sometimes you see the stitch down at the T-junction, but stitches are all dissolvable, so you don't have to have any sutures or stitches removed. Bruising, can I expect a lot? No, there's not normally a lot of bruising with breast reduction. Sometimes you get a little bit of bruising around the fold where your bra sits, sometimes a little bit of bruising laterally on the sides, but nothing too drastic. So it's not normally a big thing. And sometimes people, I shouldn't be laughing at the bruising. I'm not laughing at the bruising. I'm laughing at me putting the comment in share. There is nothing funny about bruising. Let's be clear about that. Sometimes people talk about arnica. I don't particularly talk about arnica. I'm close enough to the mic. I don't particularly talk about arnica to my patients. Move a bit close to the desk. But some people say that it is good. I don't think there's any harm in using arnica. So, but that is something you could consider, taking arnica. That is something that you could think about, but I don't particularly recommend it to patients. But if they ask me, I say there's no harm in it, and some people like it and think it's good. So arnica is a possibility if you're worried about bruising, but bruising is not normally a significant problem. Sizing, minimum, what's the minimum size? I can't remember how this question went now, but minimum size, don't want too small. Yeah, most people don't want too big when they have a breast reduction. Broadly speaking, what I try and do is I try that narrow the breast. That's always part of a breast reduction, is to narrow the breast, because often the breast is too wide, and you lift the breast, so you move the nipple from a low place to a high place to make the breast sit higher up on the chest. And you try and, or I try and make the breast in keeping with your frame, and you have to keep a certain amount of volume going to the nipple. So that question normally comes when the patient's got very large breasts, and if they want to be very small, that can't happen. That can't happen if you're very big and you want to be very small, because you have to keep a certain amount going to the nipple, and that means that you have to be a certain size. So if you're very big, you're still going to be quite big afterwards, and that's why we show photos to people in the clinic of what you can expect. Worried about being too small? Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, it's always difficult to say exactly what your size is going to be, because cup size is always a bit unreliable. But really what I try and do is give a nice bit of projection to the breast, because what you don't want to do, because sometimes people who are very big say, I want to be a B cup and things like that. I think they don't really know what a B cup is, because it is. Hi Sarah, excellent. I am going to answer that. I shouldn't. Hi Sarah, good to see you. Hi, I'll show you. Hi Sarah, good to see you. This is what you're supposed to do: acknowledge people. I'll do you. Do you in a minute. But I'm just doing this one. That's wrong, do you in a minute. So size, yeah. So what you don't want to do is make them too flat, because sometimes people say they've got very big breasts and they want to be like a B cup, and like, you don't really, if you knew what a B cup was, you probably wouldn't be saying that, or because it might have no projection. So I try and give good projection to the breast, make it like a pyramid shape with the nipple at the apex of the breast, and just try and make it and keep it with your frame, rather than going specifically for a cup size. Yeah. Worried about being too small, but you have to tell us where you're worried about being too small. Okay, we'll make sure you won't make it too small. Can't really. Claudio, no way. Claudio, God, what are you doing here, Claudio? Honestly, I'm looking over there and there. Good to see you, Claudio. I'll tell you what, I'm glad you weren't here earlier, because I had all sorts of problems. And Claudio is my cousin. Hello, Claudio. You're welcome, Shona. I didn't want to say that. So I've answered your question, Shona. Thank you for asking the question. But lovely to see you, Claudia. I hope you're well. So Shona, yes, minimum size. Don't want to be too small, don't want to be too big. Yeah, try and make it perfect, but try and keep it in with the frame, make the volume and the projection right.